A sepulcher with utilities should be relocated to a place with a car park. Welcome, viewers, to our next episode. Still on the gossip, we're going to page 6. And I believe we have to do with just 2 stories. Should I show you the paper again for newcomers, for new viewers? The gossip. Good morning to you all. Today we shall greet only in English. All right. The first story is the unwilling prostitute. The unwilling prostitute. By Machi Ekuba. Sorry so far. I have outwitted my mother and Mr. James that I was attending an alumni meeting of my former school so that I can have my certificate for the bank appointment offered me. I am now in the plush house of Mr. Ediful to meet his dinner appointment. The dinner is already set in his home and not a restaurant. Now read on. When Mr. Ediful led me to the dining, it says dining table. It says dining table, D-I-N-N-I-N-G. No, I think it should be 1 N. Okay, when Mr. Ediful led me to the dining table, I asked him where the waiters were. I see you have a sense of humor, and that is good for the position I want to give you, he replied. But you haven't answered my question. I quizzed him further. This is a dinner for just 2 people, and so there is no need for a waiter, he replied in a jocular manner. Okay, then I, the guest, will opt to be the waiter. I pulled his legs. No, he declared. I serve my visitors. You will see when we get to Europe that service at dinner is always the prerogative of the host and not the guest, he declared. As wish, I was brought up to be serving men and not men serving me. But if you want to treat me as a queen, then so be it, I replied. You will gradually learn a lot. In Europe, the clarion call is ladies first, he declared as he expertly dished a sumptuous meal of fried rice, chicken, salad, cream, macaroni, ginger, and spices, as well as cabbage leaves onto 2 plates. I was surprised at the combination of good food that he had ordered and told him so. I did not order them. I cooked them myself. I don't eat ordered food at home. I cook my own food at home, he declared. We are in silence for a while, and then his mobile phone rang. I'm sorry, viewers. We ate in silence for a while, and then his mobile phone rang. Hello, Ediful here. He talked into the phone. The other caller said something, and he laughed. Not today, he told the caller. I have an important appointment. See you tomorrow. Sure, I have nothing to hide. I have a visitor who I want you to meet tomorrow. Let me get the preliminaries first, and we can talk serious business tomorrow. He concluded his conversation and hung off. I did not want to poke my nose into his affairs, but he told me frankly that the caller was a business partner and sends smoked bushmeat and fish to Europe. He wanted to see him that evening for them to plan their next trip abroad. And since he wanted me to make the trip with them, he wanted to at least give me a gist of the business and school me so that the partner would not raise bubble and noise when we have to make the trip together. I was surprised but kept my cool. The man I was dining with did not, it's also spelled dining here again. The man I was dining with did not look like someone who would take advantage of a girl with business proposals only to end up lying between her legs. I began to dream about a pleasurable trip with him to Europe and packed with a lot of expenses to share not only with my mother, but my mates at the Polytechnic. We finished our meals, and although he protested, I washed the dishes. He then invited me back to the hall and slotted a video clip to show a film. I was not a novice in the game of frolicking with big-time businessmen. At least, manager had showed me that the pastime At least, manager had showed me that the pastime of business executives after their tiring day's work was to have steamy sex with young girls like me. Okay, we are moving slowly. I thought the screen of his television was going, to blare the normal blue films of a couple enjoying themselves sexually. I was surprised. It was a film showing how perishable goods are packaged with footnotes to educate the watcher. Within an hour, I had watched how perishable goods like green beans, green pepper, marron, cucumber, carrots, and cabbage are packaged for export. That was not all. The film showed me how smoked meat and fish were packaged for export. The next scene on the video clip was how much goods are inspected. The next scene on the video clip was how such goods were inspected at the airport for export and the export of entry, and how they are conveyed to warehouses. At the end of the film, which took exactly 1.5 hours, Mr. Ediful cleared his throat and declared, "Ekuba, you are an educated and intelligent girl. You will one day have to represent me in such career business. And so I want you to have an expert knowledge about the type of business I do, for which I want you to assist me to do." I have tried a lot of boys and girls from my area, and they were hopeless. Manager recommended you to me, and I want to try you. We are meeting my partner who rang this evening. He may want to know whether you are well versed in this business. I hope you can easily convince him with the little you have watched and seen on this Trust me to prove that you have a good choice, I replied excitedly. That's my girl. That is my girl, he declared and gave me a peck on my cheeks. They are going slowly. I sensed a very sweet feeling all over my body. Oh, it's not feeling, it's F-E-L-L. It should be feeling. Oh, okay. I sensed a very sweet feeling all over my body. I thought he was going to struggle with me and in the end take me to bed. Surprisingly, he declared, this should be the end of your first part of the interview. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. we will meet my partner at the office and discuss business. Full stop. He picked his car keys and led me down the stairs to the car park and opened the front passenger seat for me. He sat behind the steering wheel and drove out of the house. The watchman, Abdullah, was right at the gate. Abdullah, take care of the place. I'm taking Madam home and will be back within an hour, Mr. Ediful ordered his watchman. Yes, sir, master. Say, yes, sir, master. Oh, pardon. Okay. Yes, sir, master. Madam, good. Yes, sir, master. Madam, good night. The watchman waved me off. I could not help laughing. I say, yes, sir, master. Master is not meant for men. I could not help laughing. The man could be the age of my father, but the way he respectfully received me and bid me good night made me have a soft spot in my heart for him. Mr. Ediful dropped me off at my doorsteps, and when I demanded that he greet my mother, he told me there is no more time for that. Don't forget to be punctual at our 9 a.m. meeting with a partner tomorrow. That is the second part of our interview, he declared and drove off. It is good I did not bring Mr. Ediful in to greet my mother. I had a spare key to the small gate to the house. I opened the door and entered the house and locked the gate from behind since the main door was locked. Oh, this place is okay. Let's see. Mr. James' car was still parked. Mr. James' car was still parked in the house. And what did I see when I entered the hall stealthily? Paragraph. There was my mother and Mr. James relaxing romantically in the sofa at the hall. They deserve to enjoy themselves if that is all that they need. I quickly retracted my steps and passed through the way between the kitchen and the corridor into my room. By God's grace, I am achieving my set goals. To be continued. And we cannot get the continuation, sadly. Sadly, we cannot get the continuation because it's not here. Oh. If it were to be continued on this paper, I would have been told to refer to the page, but it's not. So sadly, we have to stop there. We'll go to the next story. Facts and myths to improve your life. Facts and myths to improve your life. A lot of people say heart blood pressure is the disease of the rich and affluent. What about the poor? What is their disease? Mind you, it's not high blood pressure here, it is heart. It is heart blood pressure here. I don't know whether it's a mistake or it's intentional. Or that's another term. It should have been high blood pressure anyway. So let me correct it. A lot of people say that high blood pressure is the disease of the rich and affluent. What about the poor? What is their disease? Here are 4 tips. Piles goes with poverty. Oh, I don't know, viewers. What is your view? Okay, here are the tips. Piles goes with poverty. Sleepless nights. No money for rent. Headache. No money for breakfast. Running nose. No pocket money for the grown-up children. Chest pains. No money for hospital bills. Lack of blood. No capital for business. Running stomach. Salary spent before the middle of the month. Waist pains. No money for clothes. I don't know. So, well, the title is Facts and Myths to Improve Your Life. Now let's go to the next sentence. Waist pains, no money for clothes. Okay, next sentence and paragraph. Rheumatism, no money to pay water and electricity bills. Rashes, light off, heat in the home. Infertility, no money for dinner. AIDS, sudden death of a parent when you have taken too much IOU at the office and cannot go back to the office accountant. STD, into brackets, sexually transmitted disease. Spending on impulsive and deprived. STD, sexually transmitted disease. Spending on impulse and depriving your family of the necessary housekeeping money. All these problems are that of the poor working masses. I don't know. That's it. That's what I'm reading. What I say. All these problems are that of the poor working masses. However, is that the end of the tunnel? The next paragraph. The answer is no. There are ways by which one can easily cure these diseases without necessarily having to dabble with the yet to be scrapped cash and carry system. For those answers, make a date with the gossip next week. I think that's all. Cash and carry was a term used in Ghana whereby you have to pay cash for hospital bills and then instead of insurance, instead of medical insurance. And I think that is the whole story. Yes, make a date with the gossip next week. Yes, that's the whole story. So this has been a short video, just 2 stories. The unwilling prostitute, then facts and myths to improve your life. The other stories are conclusions from other papers. I was seduced by my client. Well, the other story is just one. So viewers, let's stop here and see what we have in the next video. The next video, I think, this is page 7. This is page 7. This is page 7. Yes, in the next video, we go to the cover page, the back cover page, Secrets of END Conflict. Let's end here, viewers. Thank you very much. May God bless you.